David was a shepherd boy. He was young, he was small, but he was strong in his faith. He believed in God. He trusted God. One day, a giant came to David's land. His name was Goliath. He was huge. He scared everyone. He challenged the Israelites to a fight. David's brothers were soldiers. They were scared of Goliath, but David wasn't. He knew God was bigger. He knew God would help him. The battlefield was a scary place. The Israelite army trembled. Goliath roared. He was like a mountain of muscle. His voice echoed through the valley. The soldiers were afraid. They hid behind their shields. No one dared to face Goliath. He was too big. He was too strong. David arrived. He saw the fear. He heard the whispers. But David didn't see a giant to fear. He saw a giant to defeat. David stepped forward. He walked past the fearful soldiers. He wasn't afraid. He had faith. He knew God was with him. King Saul saw David. He was just a boy. "You are too young," the king said. "Go back to your sheep." "No," David said. "I will fight this giant. God saved me from lions and bears. God will save me from Goliath." David refused armor. It was too heavy. He took his sling. He picked up 5 smooth stones. He went to the stream. He chose them carefully. Goliath laughed. He couldn't believe David. He was just a boy. "You come to me with a stick," he roared. "Come here and I will feed you to the birds." David wasn't fazed. He knew his weapon. He trusted his God. He ran towards Goliath. His heart was strong. He was ready. David swung his sling. The stone flew through the air. It hit Goliath right between the eyes. The giant fell. He crashed to the ground. Hard. Silence fell over the battlefield. No one could believe it. The giant was defeated by a shepherd boy. David ran to Goliath. He pulled out the giant's sword. With one swing, he cut off Goliath's head. The battle was over. A great cheer erupted from the Israelite army. They had won. They rushed onto the battlefield, shouting and singing. David was their hero. David stood tall. He raised his arms in victory. He had faced the giant, and he had won, not by his own strength, but by the power of God. The Philistines, seeing their champion fall, turned and fled. The Israelite army, emboldened by David's courage, pursued them, securing a remarkable victory. David's victory is a story about courage. It shows us that even when we feel small, we can be brave. We can face our fears, especially when we trust in God. David wasn't afraid. He knew God was with him. That gave him the courage to face Goliath, to face the impossible, and to win. His story reminds us that true courage isn't the absence of fear, but the willingness to act even when we are afraid, to trust in something bigger than ourselves. We all face giants in our lives. They might not be real giants, but they are big problems. They are scary situations. They make us feel small. These giants could be bullies at school. They could be sickness. They could be fear itself. But like David, we don't have to face them alone. We have a God who is bigger, a God who loves us, a God who fights for us. We just need to trust in him, to have faith. What giant are you facing today? Remember the story of David and Goliath. Remember that even a shepherd boy can defeat a giant. With God's help, don't be afraid to face your giants. Be courageous, have faith, and watch as God gives you victory, just like he did for David. Goliath may have been big, but David's God was bigger, and that's all that mattered. So, what's your giant, and will you face it with faith?